Hello friends. Today, hello friends. Today's lecture is on array. So first of all, we have to know about the array. What is an array? So array is basically a collection of data. So collection of data means if you want to store, if you want to store, uh, c- uh, if you want to store data in bulk in at a time. Okay, so what you have to do, you take that much variables to store the values. Suppose if there is a need to store the data for the 50 students. Okay, there is a need to make a program to store the data, the fees of 50 students. What generally you will do, you just take 50 variables and store the information in those variables. But the problem is that the values are not the memory location of that variables will be not contiguous. Okay, and the second problem is uh, when we do any error, it is very difficult to debug and correct the values. So to eliminate all these shortcomings, a data structure is provided which is called array. So array is collection of collection of data. So if you say that array is a collection of data, so it is very it is an ambiguous statement. Ambiguous means data can be float and int or char. But in array data structure, array does not allow to store multiple data types value at contiguous memory allocation using one array. So single array contain only same data types, data values. So now we modify the definition. Array is a collection of same data types values. Okay, so array can be a integer, it can be a float, it can be a array. Okay, it can be character, it can be integer, it can be a float, it can be a character. So now array, here you can see in this picture, array has having size 5, so 5 element this array can contain, starts from 0. So what is this 0? This 0 indicates, now first how to declare. So just declare the data type, which data type of values this array can contain. So if you declare int, so only that array can store only integer types value. So int a5, this is the way to declare array. First data type, then first you just declare data type, then array name, then size. So if you are taking integer type of array, so what will happen? If you are taking integer type of array, array will take 2 bytes, and when you declare size of 5, so array will take 10 bytes in the memory. Okay, and as contiguous memory allocations. So what is contiguous memory allocation is, first element, if for example the first element of array a, it will start from 0. Index always start from 0. So you can understand this phenomena with compared to serial number. Okay, so when you store the data in Excel sheet or in your copy, what you will do generally, first you just give the serial number, then name, then other information. Okay, this is the way how you store the values in your copy. Okay, so the same way you can take to understand the array. So array's index will start from the 0 instead of 1. Okay, so 0 is equal to, you are taking the value here 2. Okay, on next you just store the value 34. Okay, on second 67. Okay, welcome. Third 4. Okay, so you just store the values. When you store the values to 34, 60, 67, 4 and 10, you just keep in your mind, because you have declared array as integer, you have to give the values as integers, not float or character. It will not store. So this is the way how array will store the values. So if memory allocation starts from 1000, okay, so next will be 1002. Why it is 1002? 2 is the 2 bytes is the size of integer value. The third, it is only, I'm taking just example. So next is 6. So last will be 1008. Okay, so value will, if value will start from the location 1000, it will ends with the memory location 1008. Okay, same if you are taking it as a float, so you have to take 0.0, 0.4, okay, 67.7, 4.8 and last 10.0. So memory location will change, obviously. So 1000, if you start from 1000, next will be 1004, then 1008, then 1012, then 1060. Okay. So if you are taking array as float data type. Okay. So next is, here you can see memory representation of array. Val 0, val, it means it's an integer array with the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The memory allocations starts from, memory location starts from 8820, and because it is having float data type, I think so. So all are having 4 subsequent, sorry, 4, it will take 4 bytes to store. So 11, then 22, then 33, 44, 56. Okay, so all these are the values, and 8820, 8824, 8828, all these are the memory locations, but depends on the operating system. Some operating system takes 4 bytes for the integer also. So I am talking about 16-bit system. 32 and 64-bit systems stores takes 4 bytes to store integer values. Maybe they are taking higher version. So how it is declared? So I have just shown you data type, array name and array size. You can see here data type, data name and size of the array. Okay, so Array have some few keynotes. Array have 0 as first index, not 1. Okay. Now, then second is, okay, suppose the starting address of array is whatever the next. Yes, I have already discussed. If memory location starts from 1001 for float, the next will be 1004. If first is 1000, then second will be 1004. I have already discussed how to initialize. Yes, you can initialize. How you can initialize? Just you just declare, and then you can initialize with the values. Okay, don't give this type of values. This is not required. Okay, so you can initialize here 11.4, 20.6 and 31.2, you know, and last value 56.9. You can initialize. Okay, so now the array is having constant values 22.0, 11.4, 20.6, 31.2, and 56.9. Now we just start a program how to take input for the array. So hash just include header file, start main code. Okay, just declare a array and one variable also. This variable we use in loop. So why we use loop? Because contiguous memory locations, how many times you give this scanf statement? Because of there is contiguous memory allocations. So you just start a loop with this scanf statement and input all the values. Okay, so how it is? For I is equal to 0, it will start from the 0 first position, and always containing, if any array having n size, the loop will be and at n minus 1 or less than n. Please keep it in your mind. If the size is n can be any value, so it will and equal to n minus 1 or less than n. So one time it will, the loop will run less than 1 times. So less than 4, because it starts from 0 and till 3, it will take 4 elements. Scanf. Here I'm just inputting the value. Now I'm just writing the statement to show the output of array. So we just write a printf statement to show the array elements. So here you can see in scanf, we have to use in scanf statement. You can see we have to use ampersand. Why? Because of taking address. Okay. So what is AI? So how it is run? First, the value of I is equal to 0. So scanf, it will go to the scanf statement. So a I, the value is 0. So you just scan the value for the A0, 12. I, the value of I will increase 1 time and becomes A1. And you just write the value or give the value for the A1. Next, value of I will increase. It will become 2. So 2, it will give 45. Okay, you are giving the value of A2 is equal to 45. Now I increase again, and it will become A3 and 67. Just give the value 67. For the next memory, for the next index, A4, 4 means the value of I. But A4, what we have done here, we just run the loop less than A4. So the value for A4 will not accept by the array. Okay, so when you print, first it takes A0, print the value 12, then I will become 1, then A1 value will print 34. For I is equal to 2, value will print 45. For the I is equal to 3, value will print 67. Okay, so I just gave demonstration for this on the whiteboard, and you just practice this array question on your end. You can use any editor, Turbo C or whatever, code blocks and all, and you just practice the question. I will discuss some other examples also in later classes. Thank you.